So I am here because I want to address this video that Tony just put out, which is a straight lie. Okay, so here we go. Share screen. This. Now this Tony put out
Now,
saying
yeah, it was. I got some questions, Heather.
Was sexually assaulting Heather, which is
When he was
little
staying with
backstory.
you, what exactly
When I was
all
in
bad
California,
things
I became
did
friends with
Andrew
Heather
do? Because
on
I'm never
Facebook.
calling that motherfucker Amber.
And
He still got a
talked me
dick.
into-
So that is a whole dude.
He ain't Amber.
What
He's a
did
fucking
Andrew
thing.
do?
His name is Andrew.
Exactly.
And
Well, let's see.
I got a Greyhound ticket, and I came to her
Would come into my bathroom
and I met
and
David.
just walk in on me.
Her abusive
And then sit on the shower, and I
husband
wouldn't come out of the shower. You know how I am.
at the Greyhound
If somebody
station,
walks in the
he brought me
bathroom,
back
I
to
wait
the
till they
house.
fucking leave.
And
He'd
they
wait till I
were
get in the shower.
constantly looking out
Walk
the
in the bedroom
windows
when I was
because
getting
they were afraid of the
undressed.
landlord, and they didn't want the landlord to show up.
What the hell?
Well, let me
And
grab your
they were
boob.
just
Let me see what a real boob feels like. Fucking
being
motherfucker,
weird.
grab your own tit.
Hell no.
So I get there,
He did grab my
and
tit once, and I fucking decked him.
then it goes from me sleeping on
We all know me, I fight
couch
back.
in one of the back
He didn't put his hands on your kids, did he?
mold
Yes, he did.
to me
Yes, he
having to watch
motherfucking
the
did.
kids
And that's why he
while
ended
Stu
up leaving
and
my
David
house.
were off doing stuff,
Fucking
looking
in the
at
middle of the
other
night
homes
because I
in
threatened to
trailer
fucking kill him
houses
in his sleep.
because
And not too long
the
after
landlord
he left, that's when I
kept
showed up, right?
changing the locks on the landlord.
No,
And they
that
weren't
was-
paying
that was a
rent,
few
and
years
they
ago,
were
Oh.
He
not
came
paying
from California
anything on
because
that
my
home.
cousin talked to me. He was friends with my cousin.
And
That's how I
this
met
is how
Amber.
psychotic these people were.
Elizabeth,
So while I was
that was
staying
my
there,
cousin.
I kept to myself,
Oh.
and I was trying to be respectful.
Okay.
And
honest.
I told her what he
And
did,
I
and that's
asked
how
before
she
I
ended
even
up
touched
stopping being
anything,
friends with him.
like food
Oh.
I
or
asked
a
before I
movie
knew what Andrew
or the
was
TV,
like.
because I'm
I
a
had to go to
respectful
the
human
doctor.
being.
I was fucking beyond sick. I was
Also,
running 106 temperature,
I
hardcore
had
throwing
talked
up.
about,
And I said,
the reason
and we
that
took
David was
Jonathan
being
with us,
abusive
Jonathan
to
and
the
Austin.
kids,
No,
and
Jonathan. And I
he
said,
got
the
mad
kids are
and he
asleep.
put a knife to my throat.
If they get up, here's their breakfast. I
And
can't
the
keep
very
nothing
next
down. I'm
day,
going to
like,
take
I
Johnny
woke
with
up
us
at
because he was still
4:30,
really
I
late.
packed up all my
I said,
stuff,
please
and
watch
seen Heather there
the girls.
laying on her
This is their
lazy
breakfast.
boy right next to David
Even though they're
with
little,
a
they know
remote
how
in
to fucking
hand,
take care of
and
themselves.
guess
Right.
what?
Just
Her
make
cheese
sure they don't burn the house
and
down. I just need
not
an
a
adult
pew
in here.
pew. So
And I
yeah,
come back,
let's
my
watch their
kids are
bullshit
fucking
and
cowering
let's break down their
underneath their
lives.
bed. Better?
Oh, okay, that's way better. Now.
Did your phone have a retarded moment?
Yeah, it was. I got some questions, Heather.
What?
When he was staying with you, what exactly all bad things did Andrew do? Because I'm never calling that motherfucker Amber. He still got a dick. So that is a whole dude.
He
What
ain't
did
Amber.
And you're a whole pedophile.
What
He's a
did
fucking
Andrew
thing.
do?
His name is Andrew.
Exactly.
Well, let's see. He
Watch, she's gonna sit there and make up a bunch of lies because she's about as messed up in the head as Tony.
would come into my bathroom
Never happened.
and just walk in on me
Never happened.
and then sit on the shower, and I wouldn't come out of the shower, you know.
Never happened. They had 2 bathrooms in the house, and I used the back bathroom all the time. Nice try, Heather.
How I am. If somebody walks in the bathroom, I'd wait till they fucking leave. He'd wait till I get in the shower. He'd walk in the bedroom when I was getting...
Never happened. See, the problem with Tony putting this out there is the simple fact that he knows somebody that will lie for him, especially when he lived with her and knows that she is easily controlled and manipulated, especially after the abuse from David. So for him to take advantage of this to make her say things about me that isn't true, that's what's happening right here.
Undressed.
Never happened.
What the hell?
Well, let me grab your boob. Let me see what a real boob feels like. Fucking
Never happened.
motherfucker, grab your own tit.
Hell no.
He did grab my tit once, and I fucking decked him.
Never actually happened. The only one that grabbed your tit was David because he was married to you.
We all know me. I fight back.
He didn't put his hands on your kids, did he?
Yes, he did.
These people are willing to say anything to ruin my name and my reputation. I've never once put my hands on any kid. And I will swear on a stack of fucking Bibles. I will swear on my dead dad's grave. I've never done that. Because I know what it's like to be abused. I know what it's like to come home and have my stepdad put his hands on me and pick me up and throw me down on my bed. Do you think I'm really going to sit there and allow myself to do something like that? Hell no.
Yes, he motherfucking did. And that's why he ended up leaving my house.
Nope. I just explained in the beginning that the reason I left the house was because of the simple fact that David was abusive and will you look at that? Tony deleted it from the main page. And then he shortened it into a little short. That's funny. But again, this is Tony manipulating a woman who has been abused sexually, physically, mentally, and is easily manipulated. So nothing of what she's saying, or nothing of what she or he is saying is even true.
Fucking in the middle of the night because I threatened to fucking kill him in his sleep.
And not too
Never happened.
long after he left, that's when I showed up, right?
No,
No?
that was a few years ago before.
Oh.
He came from California because my cousin talked to me. He was friends with my cousin, and that's how I met Andrew.
Again, I was friends with you, Heather, before even knowing who Elizabeth was.
Elizabeth, that was my cousin.
Oh. Okay.
And I told her what he did, and that's how she ended up stopped being friends with him.
No. Well, I mean, I don't know what you told this person, but that's not why. Well, maybe it could be because you like to tell stories and you like to run your mouth.
I asked it before I knew what Andrew was like.
Seeing the constant misgendering, the constant calling me by my dead name. My legal name is Amber Marie Byers. My legal sex is female. My legal pronouns are she, her, and hers. I'm a female. But y'all forget that Tony is my abuser. He robbed me, sexually assaulted me. And I have a restraining order on him, and I did call the police, and they are looking for him.
I had to go to the doctor. I was fucking beyond sick. I was running 106 temperature, hardcore.
No, the reason you were going to the doctor is because you were getting abused by David, and then you caught a common cold. And get this, the funny part about when I was there, I was in the back bedroom where the black mold was. I was the one getting sick. And yes, I watched your kids. Yes, I was trying to be a decent person towards you and respectful, because I'm the type of a person that when I go into somebody else's home, I'm very, very respectful. I ask before I do anything, and I literally will go out of my way to make sure that I literally ask before I do anything. And let's not forget about Heather. Okay. Heather, her and David were always changing the locks on their house. They were, what was it? They didn't pay the rent for a whole year. And then they kept changing the locks. And every time the landlord would come around, they would literally just turn all the lights off and pretend not even to be home. And they would even leave the side door where it could be open. But David always had to toss one of the girls over the fence to be able to go unlock it to let everybody in the house. This is how paranoid these people are.
Or throwing up. And I said, and we took Jonathan with us, Jonathan. And I says, the kids are asleep.
See, she can't even make up her story. If she actually knew the facts, it would have just came right out.
If they get up, here's their breakfast. I can't keep nothing down. I'm going to take Johnny with us because he was still really little. I said, please watch the girls. This is their breakfast. Even though they're little, they know how to fucking take care of themselves.
Right.
Just make sure they don't burn the house down. I just need an adult here. And I come back, my kids are fucking cowering underneath their bed.
Never happened. Never happened. I honestly was never there alone with her kids. Out of sheer respect, I even asked Heather, like, please, I don't want to be in a situation where you could accuse me, like you're doing now, of something that I did not do. And yet, you still accuse me of doing something I didn't do.
Bunk beds. Back in the corner, would not come out. And I had to climb underneath the bed to find out what the fuck was going on.
What did Andrew do to them?
See, you can tell this story that they fibbed together is all made up. Because Tony's like, oh, okay, well, what did Andrew do? Oh, okay, well, what did Andrew do this time? Oh, can you specify on what this person was doing? It's a fabricated lie. None of it even was true.
He beat them with a belt. They had welts down their fucking legs.
Y'all should have.
No, David is the one that did that. You even warned me about David. That is why the night he put a fucking knife to my throat and you laughed and you thought it was funny as shit, that's why I packed my stuff and I got the fuck out and I walked my happy ass all the way down to the park and I hid in a fucking dugout because I was afraid that he was coming to fucking kill me because he had already put a knife to my throat because he was that abusive. And I called my dad, and my dad gave me money, and I went to a hotel and then got a Greyhound ticket, and I got the fuck out of Dodge because I was afraid for my life. Because he was that abusive, and you even admitted, Heather, that he was that abusive. You admitted it. but you're sitting there spinning the narrative because guess what? Tony is manipulating you to be able to say these stories. I feel sorry for you.
Just stormed him the fuck out.
I chased him out of my house. He hid in my
see, it's still a made up story.
fucking field until night.
Never happened. Never happened. See, I have a clear, sharp memory of the things that did happen. Like, I remember I wanted to test to see how skittish these people were of their landlord. So I went outside and then I came back in. I'm like, oh my God, your landlord, she's coming in from the backyard. So they all get their knives and their bat and they're getting their flashlights. They all run outside. They're all looking through the backyard. And I'm like, damn, they're really this gullible. They really think that their landlord is coming to show up. Because they haven't paid rent in over a year, and yet I'm supposedly being the bad guy now. I'm sorry. They were all psychopaths.
He wouldn't come in, nothing. And I tried to stay up, but fucking fever, you know, you're going to fall asleep eventually. And I was sitting on my couch with a fucking gun in my lap.
No.
I wasn't ready.
Nope. When I came out to make sure that you and David were still asleep, David had the remote in his hand with a beer. Heather had a box of Cheez-Its and another remote. I'm sorry. I don't see how a box of Cheez-Its or a remote is a gun.
Ready to kill him.
You should have shot him in the butthole.
I would have if I could have woke up. Well, David got called out to work. He worked for the railroad at the time. And I passed out while my big bay window.
Wrong again. David, who was a fireman, ended up working at a chip factory making tortilla chips. And they tried getting me a job working at the tortilla chips. And David even sent me a text. And I swear, I will literally post this up on the community tab of where he told me to wake up in the morning and to go outside and go find a fucking job, even if I got to walk there. Like, this is how controlling this dude was. Especially, it freaked me out. The fact that the dude held a knife to my throat. There was one time they dropped me off at Walmart and I had finished applying for the job and I was sitting there at the entrance and I was waiting for them to show up so I could get a ride back to their house. They got mad at me for sitting at the fucking entrance. They were calling me fat and lazy because they were saying, well, you didn't apply for a job because your fat ass is laying or sitting here. I'm sorry, I wouldn't applied already. What more do you want from me? I really don't want to finish this because it's more bullshit. But we do got, what, few seconds left?
Window in my house, I just had curtains and you could see in where I was sitting. And I think he seen me fall asleep and he come in and got his shit in the back bedroom and he fucking hightailed it out.
Again, when I was staying there, David scared the living shit out of me, put a knife to my throat, and said, go ahead, kill yourself, bitch, or I'll do it. And I backed off because I was scared for my life. And that's why the very next morning, about 4:30 in the morning, I woke up, grabbed all my shit, went out the side door, tossed it over the fence, went in the living room to see if they were still asleep. They were. And I grabbed a little bit of food and I hightailed it out of there. And I hid out in a fucking dugout at the Hermiston Park. And I even called the police on them and filed a report. So I'm sorry that your little narrative is not the way that it actually happened. And I know you want to spread lies and rumors. But Tony, I have a restraining order and a no contact order on you. I did file a police report. You can lie and say that you're in New Jersey, but your IP tracked you back to Battle Creek. Sorry. The police tracked you. So I'm getting sick and tired of people like spreading lies and rumors about me. Like, I just want to live my life, but you guys are so obsessed with me. It's like, I don't know. I just know that you guys are so obsessed with me. And you will do anything to ruin my good name and my reputation. Because if you truly knew me, I'm very respectful to people. In fact, anytime I have someone come over to my home, the first thing I do is offer them something to eat or something to drink. I let them sit wherever they want to sit. Mi casa, su casa. Just the only thing, I hate when people lie. And I will call anybody out. That's why I made this video. Because Tony wanted to put this video out there to supposedly have proof of me being supposedly abusive to kids, which never happened. Not even once. Sorry, pumpkin. That never happened. Guys, if you can, do me a favor, drop a fat thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to all. If you're following me on Twitch, please follow, share me out. And if any more of this type of stuff shows up, let me know.